This is MC Textbook back here again, rapping about science for you, my friends. Spinal reflexes are the topic for today, so let's get learning without further delay. The nervous system has many divisions, so let's go through them as a bit of revision. Brain and spinal cord make up the central heart. Nerves and ganglia are the peripheral part. Peripheral is split into two more sections. Sensory travels in the brain's direction. Motor comes from the brain, tells the body what to do. It has two more divisions. Sensory has them too. Visceral section controlled subconsciously affects vital organs. It's involuntary, but somatic works muscles, makes limbs move and jerk, and it's through this division spinal reflexes work. A spinal reflex is an involuntary response to stimulus that is sensory. Receptor cells sense if something has gone wrong, signaling to the spine which tells the motor neurons. They tell the muscles of the limb to contract, moving us away before the damage can enact. Bypassing the brain makes spinal reflexes fast, preventing injury so that our health may last. An example of when we use the spinal reflex is when a muscle or tendon gets suddenly stretched. It's a reaction that you have probably seen, tapping your patellar tendon just below the knee. The receptor involved is a muscle spindle. Stretched when tapped, it sends a signal up an afferent neuron to the spinal column, where it stimulates an alpha motor neuron. The signal means extensor muscle contracts, but at the same time flexors must relax. Stimulated into neurons inhibit knee flexion. Synapses are the name we give these neuron connections. Another synapse sends a signal to the brain, letting it know the tendon has undergone strain, but the reflex occurs independent of this act, responding much faster than the brain could react. A spinal reflex is an involuntary response to stimulus that is sensory. Receptor cells sense if something has gone wrong, signaling to the spine which tells the motor neurons. They tell the muscles of the limb to contract, moving us away before the damage can enact. Bypassing the brain makes spinal reflexes fast, preventing injury so that our health may last. If you touch something hot or step on something sharp, again you will employ a spinal reflex up. This is known as the flexor or withdrawal reflex, and from further bodily injury it protects. Stepping on something sharp may cause the right foot pain. Sensory neurons go to the spine again. Here it synapses with many interneurons, then motor fibers which cause hip and knee flexion, using many neurons for long signal output, for longer lasting stimulus to lift the right foot, but to give us support while the right leg is flexed. We also employ the cross-extensor reflex, more interneuron synapse within the spine, which extends the left leg so that we stand up fine. The reflex also gives coordination improvements to walking and other alternating limb movements. A spinal reflex is an involuntary response to stimulus that is sensory. Receptor cells sense if something has gone wrong, signaling to the spine which tells the motor neurons. They tell the muscles of the limb to contract, moving us away before the damage can enact. Bypassing the brain makes spinal reflexes fast, preventing injury so that our health may last.